Okay, I wanted to show you guys something that I've discovered while using the MPC keys. And it's not, I don't think, because I think I'm new, and probably somebody else already figured this out and is already doing this type of stuff. But this has to do with sampling from your external instruments slash, aka I'm sampling from the computer. So like for instance, I have Trillion, um, I have ample sounds, guitar, like the acoustics and stuff. And one of the things that usually you would go into controller mode like here or keyboard mode, or you would go into controller mode. This is keyboard mode, right? To play those sounds. The problem with this is when you're in here, as soon as you go to some other mode on or some other feature like the sampler on this, you can't use this anymore. It immediately kills it. So this is okay if you were doing maybe like a performance where you just want to quickly get into using that, but then you got to exit at some point, right, to get back. So then, like I said, the other option is going to controller mode. I'm not going to do that, but it's pretty simple. You just press this little thing up here, and then it'll ask you, do you want to save changes? I'm not going to go there because I'm not really trying to go into it. And all those are cool, but in controller mode, you're literally using it just as a MIDI controller. That's it. There's no other. So this one, to me, I don't get, because it kind of defeats unless I'm just missing a point here, and I could be because I'm still new to this. I don't know why I want to use that. And I don't really get the point of, I get the point of controller mode because you're actually just using it as a controller, right? But there's a way around this that actually is, to me, a little bit better. And that is, let's say you come into a blank track with a sequence, you could just, and this is in 2.15, this is not 3.0. It may all be different when you get to the new one. I don't know yet because I haven't got it. But if you set up MIDI track here, you can actually set the MIDI up here, and you can see I can play, right? And then if I double tap here, I can actually go in and still play and record, okay? So that is great for me. That's a way better tool, in my opinion, to do that, because now I'm getting the best of both worlds. I'm getting the sampler that I need, and I'm getting that. So I did this track here. These are the parts. So that's my my sample. That actually, that last part is kind of, I might actually do that. And then shift, convert. No, we don't need to convert. Actually, I'm in the wrong part. Hold on. See, this is where the newness comes in. I was going to trim off that end, but I'll just leave it there for right now. It's not a big deal. So anyway, then I went shift, convert. Actually, it's probably process. We don't want to silence. We just want to, I just want the end pieces to be gone. I thought it was one. Not going to worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. It's just that little corner I was going to nick off. Anyway, let's go back to here. So then I made this track. So we'll go, not that, not that. Actually, I did make a track. I'll make one right now. A drum track. And then that program should be, there it is, in there. There's the riff. So now I can play it here. See what I'm saying? So that was me playing and into sampling in from the computer, using ample sounds, Martin guitar, then chopping up that sample, and now I'm just playing it back. And I can play it. The only reason I chopped it up was because when you sample in, I'm not playing to a metronome. That's the problem. I am my internal metronome that's inside of me. So I'm playing what I like the sounds. Now that's one thing, if you need a metronome, this probably will not help you much doing this, because if you're playing in, you're gonna have to use that internal metronome and then play it a couple times till you land the parts right that you want. Or you could, I guess this is terrible if you have to do this, but having to work on playing each part individually would take you forever. Personally, I'd rather just play it as close to the timing that I want and then just chop it up, and then you can always slightly adjust timing if it's a little off here or there. It would be nice though if Kai threw in the sampler a metronome. I know they have a tuner here, but it would be cool to have a little metronome that could just play at the tempo you want. So when you're playing something in or recording something in, you hear it to the tempo. But I guess that is not the way people typically would use this. They probably would just be sampling in off of vinyl or whatever they're sampling from, and just playing something that's already recorded. And then that's how they would do it. But for me, because I don't typically sample a lot, I do a little bit sometimes, but you just very minimal. Then I'll play in my stuff and then sample myself. That's just how I am. But everybody's different, what they do. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that if you go in here and you set up a track, could be your first track or whatever, that just is a MIDI track that allows you to play MIDI out, you actually have a chance to play and then record in and sample your playing, which I think makes this more valuable than, well, at least for me, than just being able to just sample something that's already been recorded. Otherwise, the other option is, oh yeah, here's the other option. If you need to record this, and this is where I kind of don't like it, like I don't want to have to record in the DAW and then come back into here, because that defeats the purpose. I might as well just stay in the DAW at that point. But if you are the person that needs the metronome for your recording super bad, you just have to have it, then you could record in some type of DAW or whatever you're going to sample from. Just record in that device bar to the beat, to the rhythm of the I keep saying the rhythm of the hi-hat, Lord. The rhythm of the metronome. Just record in and then sample that recording back. Now, you could say, well, why wouldn't I just send it there? You could do that too. That's up to you on how you want to do it, whether you want to send it through a sampler or whether you want to do the whole drop it into your drive, and then I'm going to leave that clearly up to you. But that's my method, is I'd rather just play it in and then sample it. So just a different way to record. It's not, life or death. And honestly, it's not the only way. There's so many ways you could do it, but I was just showing you my way. Hopefully you pick something from that. Maybe you can use it in your workflow too. All right, that's the end of this video. I'm out.